And we're back live. Don't know what happened there. It just seemed to crash. So I'm gonna... Well, now we're having problems again. Okay. You'll work with me a little bit. This is a little bit prototype, a little bit on the fly. So, back to the Review the Network. I'm gonna recap this again. Just to show you guys I'm into other things besides politics. I have... Page not found. That's wonderful. Just did a second ago. Try that again. I think I might have an idea why. That is one thing that I've noticed, is that the opening page does take a minute to load up. And that's something I'm probably going to fix. I've noticed with what I'll show you here in a couple minutes. I don't know if my phone's just freezing up. Seeming to have some issues, so if you'll just bear with me. I just did a report, so I'll fill some dead air here. I just filed a report on Mr. John McCain having cancer, brain cancer. So if you would like, check that out. Okay, here we're back in business, maybe. Okay, it's still same page not found. I'm not really sure what's the business there, since it just worked second ago. So we'll forego that. I'll try to troubleshoot that later. So if you click there, then hypothetically it should go to my other accounts. One thing that I'm going to get into a lot is football season's coming up. I'm a big fan of the Michigan State Spartans, and I have some very good friends that I'll be covering the Spartans with, as well as a huge Detroit Lions fan. And we'll be doing a lot of coverage on the Detroit Lions. So check back to the Review the Network stuff if you want to be more interested in that. There's not a lot of groundwork done yet, but there will be stuff to come. So I just wanted to address that on the channel update, show you that I'm also working on other things besides just pure politics. But the gist of this website here is that... this main page is just a massive news source, and it's live and it updates itself. There's lots of Twitter feeds pushed into it, and you can see this is my Twitter feed. So if you don't have Twitter, you can still see what I'm tweeting. And if you put your finger on the sides here in this gray area, you can easily scroll past. But if you want to take and use your finger here on this, because I'm doing this on my phone right now. So you can slide through and keep looking at the all my tweets. So that's just one. But a lot of people I've noticed don't have Twitter. Like in my real life, we'll say a lot of people don't have Twitter, and they don't want to get on Twitter, don't care about Twitter. But they could actually technically come to my website and see Donald Trump's tweets as they move around. The Republicans never discuss how good their health care bill is. Yeah, he's been going off about that. So, all that's up there. And as you go down through here, I do have Drudge Report at the top, because that is my kind of go-to website. I do like the Drudge Report a lot, so I put that up top. That is kind of my number one go-to place. So, what this does is I have all the links to anything you'd want about Drudge there at the top. And then below, there's an area where it's an RSS feed type of situation where it goes and fetches the latest news of the day. And as you can see, McCain brain tumor, very top link. I don't have to do anything. I just point it to Drudge Report RSS feed, and there she is. So here's Drudge's Twitter, and you can flick through all of this. And this is basically the same thing for ABC News. There's John McCain again. Of course, everybody's talking that biggest story of the last hour and a half. ABC News, Vice President Pence. So you can see very quickly, and again, see how I'm flipping on this side. I'm using my thumb in this area to scroll. But again, I can flip on the white here and flip down through a lot of news from ABC News. So this is just, I've created a large news aggregate, which I'm going to do a whole lot more work to. This is everything I'm doing right here is very prototype style. But this is what it's for. It's for me to be able to do live streams, talk to the people while I'm doing it, and cover multiple news articles. I could sit here by myself and stream for probably at least an hour. I've done it before, so I think I have no problem filling out an hour of podcasting time or live video, etc. So as you plow through here, you can see that, of course, it's just a live with the news of Mr. John McCain. But there is, of course, many, many, many different sources. And there's a lot of them on here. If you look on the little scroll bar that appears on the right, we're only, right now, about a quarter of the way through it. Of course, BBC's breaking news about John McCain. BBC UK there. There's many, 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 many news services. So I think what you're going to see from me in the future is I've created this website that anybody can go to, and anybody can do the same thing. You could steal my idea. I don't even care. If you're using my website, you plug my channel, you plug my website, use it for all it's worth. I have no problem with that. But it's made for this. It's made for live news reads. I never have to go and assemble news to do a web stream. At any given time, I can just flick on here, and there's hundreds of news articles that are instantaneously available at my fingertips that are crafted. Well, it's not crafted for me. It's just the website's crafted for me. So come check it out. The website is nice. It's been working great. If you click at it a couple times a day and just scroll through it, you'll see all sorts of stuff. So we got the O.J. Simpson parole hearing. Sounds like it's tomorrow. He's now 70 years old. That in itself is amazing. The trial of the century. I was probably about 14 when that was going down. He used to have a slammer, a Pog slammer that had OJ behind bars on it. I wish I had that thing, man. That was one of the things that when you're young and you're collecting stuff, and you trade, and when you're gambling Pogs, you would lose slammers, in the game of Pogs. And that one right there would have been one to have around. It was like, a big coin, basically. But it had OJ behind bars. It was made like a buzzsaw, too. I specifically remember that. There was two styles, but we had my cousin and I, he was the first one that had it, but we shuffled it back and forth, and it went to somebody else. But it was an OJ Simpson Pog slammer that looked like a buzzsaw blade, or like a saw blade. Details emerge. 9/11 transcripts, or 911 transcripts released in fatal police shooting. White House, Kremlin defend Trump-Putin dinner chat. Deadliest jobs in America. So I'll probably wrap this up. I'm not trying to go on and on and on about this. I just wanted to show you my website a little bit and how it could be used in the future. There's, I know I've touched on this before, but I've really been putting in a little work here and on other areas of the website so that I have constant updated news sources, which I can then always flip back to. I basically have created something where at any time of day that I want to do a podcast, if I just want to riff and talk and do, like, this is like a podcast, a video cast, I guess you could say. But if I want to do a podcast, I got a comment there. So I'm going to try to learn how to do this a little bit. You click here. Mad Dodge, I just got here. What's up, Mad Dodge? Keep talking for 8 hours. Yeah, no, I'm just trying some new technology, and so I did watch the video before, and so like when I see you, I know that you can see that now. So instead of the live chat on a YouTube stream video that no one ever sees, now it can be posted with your icon shown there, so everybody can see it, and it will be posted right on the video after it's uploaded. I did have a little bit of a problem, or I noticed, I guess you could say, that, wow, when I'm talking, I should never leave it parked on CNN. Very fake news, though. Let me scroll off of that. We get through there. I put it on there just to be fair, but come on, everybody knows that CNN is just very, very fake news. Let's get a good source here, Judicial Watch. So, and don't worry, Dodge, we're going to be putting Mises on there and Cato on there and some other sources. The problem was I didn't want to get into it and make it too big because I'm having loading problems on the front end. So like when you go to the website, it takes a minute to load, and I might segment it. I might make it a little easier. I do like it that the opening page has all the news on it, but at the same time, see, nice. That's cool. So this program, in case anyone is wondering, I'm doing this right from my phone. I literally could be, anywhere in the world and be doing this at this point. That is the goal. That's what I've been trying to construct here. So, and I want, friends' inputs like Mad Dodge. And it's like, I didn't forget about that. I just haven't got to it because I'm trying to figure out exactly how to balance it out. But this is the key, man. I'm getting there. I'm getting close. So, Judicial Watch, some interesting stuff there. Steve Scalise. See, now this is Judicial Watch retweeted. See, this is just stuff that you probably can't, I don't know if you could find it in any other way, because, and not even on Twitter, I might not have even seen this, and I have subscribed to all these people on Twitter. Praying for my friend, Senator John McCain, one of the toughest people I know. Father, veteran, POW, senator, thoughts and prayers with John McCain, his entire family. So there's a lot of stuff on here that I think that, I would miss in my scuttling around the interwebs. But this puts it in a different way. It's just another way to look at news. And it's one that I can, just riff on and on and on about, especially with comments, like Mad Dodge is here right now. But if people were in here and they wanted me to talk about something, I could definitely do that. And then their comments could now be seen. That's the other thing about YouTube is when you're on chat, and it's a double-edged sword, right? When you chat on YouTube, it just goes away. But apparently when you chat on here, I can post it. So that's another interesting aspect. Now, Mad Dodge, I'm assuming that you are watching on YouTube. If you are, then I'm assuming that you're chatting through the chat interface there, and it's then posting it through this app. That's about the only way I could figure out that it works. So just kind of figuring all this new tech out. See if there's anything else interesting today. Yup, cool. Well, it seems to be working just great. And then obviously you can actually also then see your comments on there too. MS13. So yeah, yesterday we kind of started talking about sessions. You missed what I was saying was I watched a very good, and I should have forwarded this on to you, Mad Dodge. This Ron Paul video. It was the Ron Paul Liberty Report from yesterday. I watched it while eating lunch at my favorite little Mexican restaurant, hole in the wall around the corner. I was listening on my headphones while eating, and he was going off about sessions and civil asset forfeiture and civil liberty violations. And then I saw Styx Hexenhammer 666 make a video reiterating the same things. Yeah, it seems to work good, but a little bit of lag time from when I talk in the chat and then you see it. Okay, that is interesting. It probably has to go through some kind of processing. But yeah, sessions. So the sessions thing, you were kind of wanting my input there. No, I'm definitely not on board with that side of sessions. But the thing that made me think of that was this MS-13 initiation killings, lured to a park by girls and hacked to death with machetes. What is MS-13? Well, MS-13 is some nasty MFers, man. And that and the pedophile stuff that's going on right now, I have to ask myself, what is more important? And that stuff is more important. And when I was talking about Jeff Sessions, I was talking about the man. I got respect for the man. Although I do not in any way endorse his civil liberty violation stuff, that is kind of more of the same, right? That has been going on for a long time. Jeff Sessions didn't invent that, and he may be forwarding it, and I don't agree with that, but from what I'm hearing, he's taking it to MS-13. He's taking it to these pedophiles, and that is good. Should he be switched out once that problem gets taken care of? Possibly. I think it's our duty to hold these people accountable, and so I cannot, in good conscience, just go along with everything they're doing. I'm not a fan of Trump and his administration just to give them a free pass on all this stuff. We have to talk about the war on drugs, and it is a failure. So, all that I would like to acknowledge and clear up, because we didn't really get a long time to hash that out. The other thing was about Sessions. Oh, I saw what you were saying. I did look into that too. I didn't kind of take it the same way when you're talking about Trump. He made a statement about the 51 senators. You kind of got triggered and went off a little bit on it. Yeah, that's wrong. I did read that tweet. I saw that tweet. I completely disagree with that tweet. Trump is wrong on that. I'm not mad about it. I'm not going to, not support him because of it. I'm not going to say, F you or anything like that. Yeah, I did see the video Styx did on McCain. Yeah, I know. I had the first comment I had on my channel after I uploaded that last video. The very first comment that I had was from somebody saying the same exact thing. So I said, I respect your opinion. Thank you for commenting as you see fit. I appreciate you viewing my video type of stuff. I feel a little bit different. I don't wish cancer upon anybody. I don't wish ill health. I've had my fair share of ill health with my back problems and things like that, and it's just horrific. I don't wish any pain on anybody. So that being said, yeah, just going back to the Trump comment, yeah, I totally disagree. If you want to restructure it so that there's 51 senators, majority vote or whatever, then you've got to redo the Constitution. I don't agree with him. That's the first tweet I really was like, man, I just completely disagree with that. So, and I don't know what he's trying to get done by saying it either. I don't think it's productive or helpful in any way. So that's one of the first definite miscues. But that's not going to take my support away. He's trying. He's frustrated. I've seen a lot of good people in work that get frustrated. They're just going to fight their way through it, So I don't want to go on here too long. I just want to kind of plug my website. I want to give you a channel update. I'm at 143 subs. I started to really grind on this thing more in the 100 when I crossed 100 because I wanted this to be the future of my channel to an extent. So I did want to acknowledge that, and thank you so much to everybody that helped me crack 100 subs. I'm up to 143 and climbing just a little bit. I'm notching my way through, and that's awesome. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all of it. Oh, there's the failing New York Times. Look at that. For all the people who are fans, right? I even put that on there. The failing New York Times. So, yeah, I put them on there as a fair shake, but I'm not going to put them on there without digging on them a little bit. So, yeah, there's a ton of stuff on there, and I don't have to do anything. It auto-generates all this, and it's an infinite amount of stuff to cover at any given point. And with the Twitter feeds embedded in there, it makes it a little bit more interesting. Again, I'm going to keep at it. I want to do as much work on the website as I want to do on the YouTube videos. Do you want to stream tomorrow on my channel? Let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday. Do I have anything going on? It would be an afternoon stream. Sure. I don't have a problem with that. It'd have to be like 4, 5, 6, something like that. And then just remind me. Yes, we can definitely do a stream. And definitely on your channel. Not a problem with that whatsoever. Trump scolds. Just reading some news here. Trump scolds U.S. Republicans on healthcare. CBO sees 32 million on shirt. And this whole thing, I'll DM you. That's 2 or 3 my time. Sure, cool. Yeah, the Trump and the Republicans. I'll touch on that real quick before I sign off here. Everybody that voted the 67 or 68 times for the people that got voted in to repeal Obamacare, which they, once they did, since 2010 to now, have voted 67 times to withhold money, withhold funds, voted to repeal all of this stuff, and now there's some of them that won't do it. That's the issue as I see it. I haven't dug into that, but I've been listening to a lot of radio while doing other things, driving across town, driving to work, things like that. I've been absorbing a lot of content, and I am seeing, I haven't done the research on the actual print end, but I'm seeing a picture, and I will find out who these people are. Susan Collins, I believe, is one of them, and then there's one from Alaska. But there's more of them. There's about like 4, 5 senators, I believe, that will not go with just a repeal vote. Even though they ran on that, even though they've all been caught, not caught, but publicly spoken about just repealing, now they will not just repeal. And we need to list these people and throw them out of office. All right? So if I got Susan Collins wrong on that, I apologize because I'm going off of memory. But we will find you. I'm going to make a list on my website, and we will throw you out of office. And so your time is expired. And we are not to be trifled with anymore. We've got the strength of the internet. We've got the strength of each other. The numbers are on our side. History is on our side. And we will prevail on this. And we will get this Obamacare repealed. And we are going to replace it with nothing, as far as I'm concerned, except tort reform and health savings accounts and other very positive, common sense, capitalistic, free market approaches. So I'm going to sign off. I thank you very much, Mad Dodge, for being a part of my my prototype stream here for the future of my channel. And I'm going to keep cranking out on this website as well as my video content here and work on cool, new, interesting ways to get you guys the information. So I'm going to be doing more podcasting on SoundCloud, more mobile updates, all sorts of stuff. I've got all sorts of things planned. We're just scratching the surface. And football season's coming up. I'm very pumped up about that. I know Mad Dodge is obviously big into baseball. I do want to say one thing that I'm it's upsetting to see JD Martinez get traded for prospects that none of them are even in the top 100 of the prospects. So I think you can feel my pain there. Al Avila is our GM, and he's not done a good job. I don't think. I don't follow it hardcore. Like, I'm not a hardcore follower, but I do follow and watch on the periphery of all the stuff that goes on with the Tigers. I love my Detroit Tigers. So I follow that stuff. I'll be doing more reporting. I'm more of an MSU football guy, an MSU basketball guy, and I'm definitely a Detroit Lions guy all the way. Yeah, the Dodgers are killing it right now, for sure. And, yeah, maybe go all off on the MLB. So, yeah, I mean, JD Martinez is out, and, man, he was great. He was a great player, great guy for the team. Everybody loved him. And it's really sad to see him go. But we traded Scherzer. I mean, we've really just done really bad stuff. I don't think Al seems like a very good GM. Of course, I'm no baseball guru. It's just kind of my outsider opinion. And also, So yeah, Al Avila not doing too good, and Brad Ausmus, our manager, doesn't seem to be the greatest manager in the world either. So got kind of a rotten front office, rebuilding year. Maybe I get it would maybe be a rebuilding year if we actually got good prospects, but apparently it's just from Twitter. Twitter was like a dumpster fire yesterday with it. I mean, everybody's crying about it. Everybody's mad, and then the prospects we got apparently weren't even that good. I mean, that's just what I hear on Twitter, so maybe that's not exactly the truth. I didn't listen to a lot of sports talk yesterday, but because I'm really into the Lions, man. The Tigers are kind of old news a little bit right now. I don't follow them 100%, so I can't be too critical, but I do follow the Lions. I'm a nut about the Lions, so that'll probably come out. But it won't come out on this channel. This channel will strictly be politics. I'm going to keep pounding the pavement on politics, and I've segregated that into other channels and other Twitter accounts and things like that, and that is part of what you'll be seeing in the near future. So I will be signing off. Yeah, and Mad Dodge hit me up tomorrow, and while we're at it, we'll plug Mad Dodge's channel. He's got a wonderful channel, and he does a lot of streaming, so I'm going to be joining him tomorrow. It will probably be in the 4 or 5 o'clock area. Well, 5:36 maybe even. That might work out better. So just get with me, depending on what's going on here at work and what time I can get out, all that good stuff. Hit me up. Check out Mad Dodge's channel. And thank you so much, brother, for joining me on my stream here. And it was great to have you. Signing off. Black Tube.